so much for coming back to the channel. Welcome, 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 and happy Sunday morning to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you new around here, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Danny, and I am so not an expert. Happy Sunday morning to everyone. I hope the weather is nice by you, because here by me in Northern Illinois, it is cold. It's just, if we weren't sure about it before, winter is definitely knocking on the door. Today we're going to be working on our t-shirt table runner project. For those of you who've been following along with this particular project, you know that we have finished the quilt top and we are ready to start sandwiching today, which is really, really exciting. It's also really, really nerve-wracking because it is my least favorite part about a quilting project is the sandwiching. And on top of that, I ran into a couple of challenges, we'll say, and we'll talk about those in just a couple of minutes. But first of all, I want to hop into chat and say hello to everybody there. Welcome you to the channel. Thank you for joining me, and we're gonna have a great day today. If you guys hadn't noticed, I did switch the music back to the original stuff, so it's a little more rock and roll and having fun stuff. And I've also added a little something extra. The Harper Strong platform went along so well that I've decided, because it's a giving season, we're entering the holiday season and the giving season, that I'm going to try and support as many charities as I can on my live streams. And the very first one that I've decided to support is actually not necessarily a charity, but it is a GoFundMe page for one of our very, very own Kathy from Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. She is trying to get to a journey of being able to walk again, and she needs our help with purchasing her prosthetic leg in order to do that. So I've put a little link up here for you guys. Well, it's not a link, but it at least tells you where you can go. If you do an ! Help Kathy in chat, it'll give you a link to her GoFundMe page. If you are willing, if you are able, please consider donating to her cause, and we're going to go ahead and try and support her as much as we can. If you guys have a favorite charity that you guys like to donate during this time of the year, that's not one of your big name brand ones, you know, your St. Jude's and your cancer research and things like that. If it's a smaller one that you guys are interested in, send me an email, let me know about it, and maybe it will be featured on our channel here in the next coming weeks. And I'm going to be doing this now through the end of the year, so each time you guys may see a different, you might see the same one or you might see a different one up there. So just pay attention to that. Again, if you're able, please consider donating. If you can't, we completely understand. Times are tough for a lot of people, but we're just going to ask, and we're going to try and bring awareness to these people's situations, and hopefully somebody can help out. All right, so first and foremost, it was so funny because she didn't know I was going to be doing this, and she was actually the very first person in chat today, so she gets her very own special shout out, because that is the way I do things here on this channel. If you're the first one in chat, you get a special shout out. So good morning, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're getting to see that as well. So thanks for that. All right, so let me hop into chat, say hello to everybody else. Kathy says, thank you so much. Kathy, there's no need to thank me. You're a member of this community. You're a member of our family. We want to do everything we can to help you. There's really no need to thank me. All right, so let me pop into chat, say hello to everybody there, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about this project, and I'm going to kind of fill you in on where we're at and what we're going to be doing today. All right, let me hop into chat real quick. So I already said hello to Kathy. Brian46, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us again today. I'm so happy to see you. Melina, hello. It's so great to see you. Naomi, good morning. Judy, hello. Hi, Judy. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. Let's see. Nancy, hi. How are you? I hope you are well. So great to see you. Hi, Teresa. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a celebrity in the house. Good morning, Teresa. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are well. Martha, hey, girl. I'm so glad to see you. Her and I have been chatting back and forth on Facebook a little bit with cotton cut stuff, so I was glad to see her. She's definitely one of my favorites. Make sure you go check her out. June, I think I said good morning to you already, but in case I missed you, good morning. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. Hello. Hi, Katie. Hello. So good to see you. Terry, good morning. Hi, Terry. Happy Sunday morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. Melina says, hi, June. Sorry, washing dishes. Oh, Melina, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I'm glad you're here with us. Thanks so much for joining us today. If I've missed you in chat, please let me know. Tag me in there. Do the @ symbol, which is the A with the circle around it, or shift and the number 2 on your keyboard, and then type in "so not an expert." It'll tag me in the message so that I can see it for you, so I make sure that I don't miss it. All right, so table runner project. Let's talk about it. So what I've done this morning, as I was a little busy bee this morning, I went ahead and I trimmed up our backing fabric. I don't know if you guys can see it. Check out our backing fabric. So go to focus. Thank you. This is what our background fabric looks like. I went ahead and trimmed it up, and I've pinned it right sides together to our tabletop runner. Because we originally, guys, I've been thinking about this all week. I've been trying to decide if I wanted to do a pull-through method or if I wanted to do a traditional quilting with a binding. This morning I decided I was going to do a traditional quilting with a binding, so I started looking through my stash for fabric that I wanted to use the binding, and then I changed my mind. Because, you know, as a quilter, we're allowed to do those things. I changed my mind and decided to go through with a pull-through because I don't like any of the fabric that I have for binding. Yes, I know, I could go buy more fabric. I mean, oh no, I'm going to buy more fabric. But I decided I didn't want to. So we're going to be doing a pull-through method instead, which you guys are probably familiar with that. So basically we layer the pieces inside out, and then we pull the whole thing out, and then we go ahead and sew it up together. Good morning, Gazella. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Sue Lambert. Sue Lambert is new to the channel. I don't remember seeing that name in chat before. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Welcome to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. I hope you are well this morning. Martha says, thank you for the shout out. Oh, honey, you know, no need to thank me. Your channel is awesome. You have so much fun over there. I'd love catching it when I can. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you check out Martha's channel. I think if you do !Martha in chat, it'll give you a link. If not, I'll make sure to get one set up as soon as Lucas comes on. I'm not sure. I think he might still be sleeping, which is totally fine. The poor boy's allowed to sleep. Speaking of a couple of other things, I know, it's sidetracked. Just like, whoo, train went off the rails. Tony is home from school this week. She came home Friday night. Taylor will be home Wednesday. She's only going to be home for a couple of days for the holiday, but it's great to have them home and here with me, so that's exciting. Good morning, Michelle. She says, it's cold in New York. Well, good morning, Michelle. Thanks so much for joining us today. Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you in chat before either, so good morning. Thanks for that. You guys, I'm just completely off on a tangent today. I'm so distracted today, which is normal, really. So, Tony's home. You might hear her in the background here. She's moving around. So she's been running Lucas ragged, so that's probably why he's not up yet this morning, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to be working on this table runner. I went ahead and I've sandwiched the backing and the front together just to kind of anchor it together. I had to measure some things out. I had to cut it, so that's what I was doing this morning. And then I went through my secret stash of batting to see if I had any pieces that would be big enough to use on this project, because I hate cutting up big pieces of batting to use on these table runners if I don't have to. The good news is that I was able to find a couple of pieces of batting that will work. The problem is that each of those pieces is not going to be long enough to do it in one go. So we're going to have to piece together a couple of pieces of batting first in order to make this project, which makes me nervous. Because I've never done it before. I know it can be done. I know people do it all the time. I personally have never done it before, so we're going to try that out today. We're going to try and piece together. I've got it all cut up and ready to go here. We're going to try and piece it up, and then we're going to sew it on the back of this. So I've decided to go through with the pull-through method on this particular project. We may do a binding on the zoo one that we're going to be working on as well. For those of you following the project, you know we made two. We made the Christmas one and a zoo one. So we might do the binding on the zoo one. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Martha says bacon. What did I miss? My goodness. Bacon? Who's got bacon? And why am I not getting any? I love bacon. Oh, Katie says she's cooking breakfast. She's making bacon. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Good morning. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm so distracted today. It's just, I mean, I'm normally distracted, so it's fine. But today I seem to be like extra distracted. I'm not sure what's happening here. So how is everybody's week going so far? What are you guys working on? Is everybody ready for Christmas? Has anybody started with Christmas? I will be honest and tell you, I haven't officially started. I hadn't started before. I've officially started. My family's doing something a little bit different this year, so I have to wait a little bit to do the more Christmas present shopping type of thing, but I have actually started to make a couple of projects for some people at work and things like that, so I'm really excited about that. Katie brought breakfast, Martha says. Woohoo, Katie. Azil, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I've never seen that name in chat before either, so good morning. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. All right, so let's piece up this batting first. I've got red thread in the machine. It's probably not the most ideal color thread to be using to piece up batting, but I decided to use that anyway just so we could see what it is. I've got 2 pieces of batting here that we're going to be marking up. I probably should have cleaned up one of these edges. Oh, one of them is cleaned up, so I'll use that one. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, when you're matching up batting, and as the name of the channel indicates, I am not the expert here. The people that are the experts are the ones in chat. So those are the ones that we're really going to want to ask for the expert advice. But this is what I'm going to do. Whether that's the right, wrong, or a different way, that's the way I'm going to do it. If that works for you, great. If you use a different method, let us know in chat because we'd love to hear about it. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 2 pieces and I'm going to butt them up. I'm going to put them right up edge to edge, and I'm going to sew a zigzag all the way down. Now I have changed my machine over to a zigzag, and I've turned the stitch length down just a little bit because I want those zigzags to be a little bit closer together. Now whether that's right or wrong, I'm not sure. You guys tell me in chat what you think. Should the zigzags be further apart or should they be closer together? You tell me. Oh, Michelle says, I'm a subscriber and I received your notification. Well, that is awesome, Michelle. I'm really glad to hear that they worked. Some people don't get them, and I'm really sorry to hear that. So I'm really glad you're here. Hi, Katie. Good morning. Greenland Quilter. Katie is here. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. Her and I've got some really fun things coming up really, really soon. In fact, Katie, I need to send you an email so we can get that going. I will try and get that to you this week. Good morning, good morning. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to try and put these pieces together. Wish me luck. Because I'm going to need it. Because I've never done this before, so we'll have to see how it goes. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. Okay, so I've got the 2 pieces butted up right next to each other. I've got the zigzag stitches here. Azil says, good morning from Indiana. Good morning. Naomi says, I'm making another fanny pack with quilted fabric. The zigzag length doesn't matter much. Okay, well, Craig, thank you for that. I appreciate that. All right. All right. For those of you watching, just a reminder, you are earning thimbles as you're watching and as you're participating in chat. So make sure you can absolutely have us a little bit of fun with those in the games that we play in chat. So have fun with that. All right, so I'm going to zigzag piece these up together here. Wish me luck. I'm a little nervous about the whole thing here. Okay, I've got the seam of the 2 pieces running right down the middle of my presser foot. I've got the zigzag stitch set up. We'll see how this goes. Never done this before. Here we go. It appears the batting is not going to slide very well. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to make... So the batting isn't sliding very well, probably because of presser feet. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cheat. Give me a second. To go over here, I'm going to grab a piece of printer paper to put underneath it. The printer paper is going to allow it to slide underneath the machine. I should have known better. So the printer paper is going to allow it to slide under the machine a little bit better. Kind of like we did with the no-slip grip fabrics, and when we used that for the my brain is completely red. The pedal mat that we made. So I'm going to use a piece of printer paper underneath this. You can use wax paper. You can use anything you've got in hand. You can even use another spare piece of fabric if you really wanted to. I would recommend using the backing fabric. But this will allow it to kind of slide under the machine a little bit better. We're going to try this again. Here we go. Ready? Take 2. I feel like I missed something. Just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anybody. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're moving. Okay, so I need to widen these out. So my zigzags were too, it's not a matter of they were too close this way, they were too close this way, so I wanted to widen them out a little bit so it grabs a little bit more of the batting. So I went ahead and widened them out just a little bit more. That's better. Now I know that they're definitely grabbing both pieces. Hopefully this works. I hope this works. So what is everybody making for Christmas? I mean, you know, I'm looking for some really cool like ornament patterns. If anybody has any like really cool quilted ornament patterns, I'd love to know more about those. I'm trying to find some for myself. I've been making some Christmas scrunchies and some Christmas pencil cases. You guys have seen me make those on the channel before. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I'm going to be giving those away in my office. It's Christmas gifts. I'm really excited about it. Almost at the end here. We'll see how it works out. Oh, gosh, I hope this works. I really hate the idea of having to cut up a big piece of batting just for this little table runner. Alright, all the way at the end. Oh, did I see somebody pop into chat and I missed them? No, I don't think so. Somebody said hi to Lucas, but I don't see him in chat yet. Kenshaw, good morning. Thank you so much. Judy says she made pillowcases. Oh, there he is. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Lucas is in the house. Good morning. It's about time you woke your lazy butt up. I was just telling everybody in chat how Tony's been running you ragged since she's been home. Poor Lucas, his family's been sick, so he's been helping take care of them too. So thanks for joining us today, dude. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning to ya. Alright, so I'm just going to peel this paper off. There's probably going to be a little bit of extra paper left in between the stitches. I'm not going to worry too much about that. It's going to be inside the quilt anyways, and the paper is going to basically disintegrate when we wash it anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much. That's why I use just a plain old printer paper, because it does seem to wash out really well. Lucas says he's been up since 6 a.m. Well, that's not what Tony said. Tony said you were still asleep. LL did Christmas ornies on her weekend project on Friday. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Thanks. I did not get a chance to check to catch her stream, so I'm gonna have to check that out. Alright, so we've pieced it up. It looks like it's, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely holding. You guys can totally see the red, red striping there. But it looks like it held pretty good, so that should work for us. Alright, perfect. That'll work. So now this is going to be extra long from what we need, but that's alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the machine away for a minute because I need to be able to pin this all back up together, and then we'll bring the machine back out. So for right now, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Put it away for just a minute. You guys know I work in a really, really small quilting space. I am lucky enough that I have this awesome quilting cabinet that I found on Facebook Marketplace a few years ago. But you guys know I don't have like a separate table or anything that I work on. I just work on this little bitty space, except for when I have to put something out to my kitchen counter. But for now I work here. I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over real quick. Just like this. I don't think I'm going to be cutting anything, but just to protect the wood, I like to put my mat down. Just to protect the wood just in case. Alright. Okay, so here is what we got so far. Now, sorry, I can't show you guys the top, what it looks like, because I've already pinned it down to the bottom. That's alright. Hopefully, we're going to get to that today, and you'll be able to see it later. Alright, so I'm going to slide this over the edge like that. My finger to press that seam down one more time. Gazelle says, sorry, got company, gotta go, bye. No problem, Gazelle. We appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for popping in and saying hello. We appreciate it. Gazelle says, that's an awesome cabinet. Yes, it is an awesome cabinet. It is the most expensive piece of furniture I own in my home, and I had no idea it was that expensive. I did not pay nearly what it was worth, so it is amazing. I love it. Hi, Gladys. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Sunday morning to you. Hello, hello. Teresa says, well, it's snowing here. Oh my goodness, Teresa, I love the snow, but I gotta tell ya, this year, the winter season is just completely sneaking up on me. I am not prepared for it. Normally, I love this time of the year. It's one of my favorite time of the year. Fall is my absolute favorite time of the year. And then winter comes right after it. It's just sneaking up on me this year. I'm just not prepared for it at all. So, I don't know what's happening, but I am not prepared at all for it. So, alright. So, got it all lined up here. So, I've got a bunch of pins underneath. So, let me pull these pins out as we go here. And then we're going to lay our batting down. Now, just to make sure that I have enough, I'm going to actually use that in the entire piece of our extra, just so that seam isn't really like all the way on the edge. So then that way there's plenty of space there. So. Got that one there. So we're just sandwiching this up today. Now you can totally use a baster, like a spray baste if you prefer. I don't really like to. Again, I'm in such a small space here that I just don't like to have that overspray. But if you're in a larger space, a well-ventilated space, you can actually use a spray base if you prefer. I actually prefer to pin it. Now, normally I would pin this with safety pins. I wouldn't necessarily use a straight pin. I'd actually use a safety pin so that it stays in place. I probably should. But I think we're going to be okay. If I was going to do an all-around quilting, I would definitely be using the safety pins, so then that way I can pull them out as I go. But since we're just going to be sewing on the edges as a pull-through method for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and use a straight pins on the edges. Just got to remember where I put all those pins before. Make sure you put them in the right places. So like I said, I am working on some... Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. I'm working on some hair scrunchies and pencil cases for Christmas. I know it's not super exciting, but it's something different. I've never made Christmas gifts. This will be my very first year making Christmas gifts, so I'm really excited about it. I hope everybody enjoys it. We'll have to wait and see how things go. Oh, Teresa says, I love the snow too. If under 2 inches, not 2 feet. LOL, it's our first snow, which is not normal for us. Oh, yeah. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Siri says, hi. Yes, a nice dusting of snow is pretty and not hindering. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Martha says, hubby says we will never live up north. He grew up in Minnesota and does not like snow. Well, yeah, I can understand that. We get it. I mean, it's really a crapshoot as to how much snow we get up here in northern Illinois. We are always expected to get some snow. It's just a matter of how much snow we end up with. I mean, some years we get just a ton of it, and then other years we don't get that much. So it's really a crapshoot as to what we actually receive. But I look forward to it. I love to watch it. I love to look at it. I think it's so beautiful to look at. It's not always the most fun to drive in. It can be a little stressful. And I know it's definitely stressful to like get rid of it, you know, like snow plowing and snow shoveling and things. But I still like to look at it. Alright. So we're just pinning this up. We're sandwiching it. I'm just doing some loose pins here because we're going to be doing a pull-through method anyway. So we're just going to sew around the edges of it. I had pinned it once already, just the 2 pieces together to make sure I had enough here. So I'm kind of pulling pins out and putting them back in as I go. Trying to make sure that the seams lay nice and flat underneath. Or as flat as I can get them. There we go. I am far enough southwest of the lake, of Chicago itself and the lake, so we don't really get a whole lot of lake effect snow. I'm far enough west that we really don't get a whole lot of that. So that's kind of a little bit of a luck, I guess. I know Mr. Wizard is happy about that because he's not a fan of the snow. He hates snow. So I know he's happy about that. But we do get enough. Some years I wish we had a little bit more though. To me, it's not Christmas. I mean, I guess it's just because of where I've grown up, but to me, it doesn't feel like Christmas unless you have snow on the ground. It just doesn't feel like it. Thanksgiving is fine. You know, you don't have to necessarily have to have snow on the ground for Thanksgiving, although it should be cold. You know, it should be cold and windy. That's just the way I think it should be. But for Christmas, there should be snow on the ground. Otherwise, it just doesn't feel like Christmas to me. Terry, that's a great question. Teresa, do you plan on going live? Hope you're feeling better. Hugs. Oh, Melina, I am so sorry to hear about that. Melina said they had to put down one of her pit bull. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. It always breaks my heart when people lose animals. They're just such a huge part of our lives, so we're really sorry about that. Pulling these pens out here. Hi, Patty. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. Welcome back to the channel. We're so glad you're here. Oh, speaking of which, I wanted to let you know, Patty was not one. Sandra and I don't remember who it was now. I'm sorry. The October thimble redemptions that I did not get out in October. Apologies again for that. They will be going out this week, just so you guys are aware. So if you have November, if you want to redeem your thimbles for November, make sure you do that today because we are not doing a live stream next week. I've got some family traveling that I need to do, so there is no live stream next week. So if you want to redeem your thimbles for this month, make sure you do that this stream today. You can do exclamation point prices in chat to see how to do that. Lucas is in chat also, so he can help as well. All right, last pin. Looks like I've got a little bit of extra here, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that up. Oop, don't want to slide too far. This here. And for those of you just joining us, something new that I'm going to try and do from now until the end of the year is I'd like to try and support as many of our community members that are in need of assistance for whatever reasons, or other charities that are close to our hearts. Today's stream is the person being honored today is Kathy. She's on a journey for her way to walk again, and she needs a little bit of extra financial help with that. So I've put up a link here, set up a link here for you guys. So go ahead and enter that into the chat. You can donate to her GoFundMe page if you are able. That it's most definitely not a requirement. It's only if you are able to do so. Times are hard for everybody right now. We completely understand. Got a little bit of bluesy music going on here today. I picked a rock station. This is more bluesy than rock. Patty C, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. I don't think that I've seen your name in chat before, so good morning and welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us. So great to see you. I love making new friends. There we go. All right, extra piece of Vatty. Got a bunch of little pieces over here. I'm just going to throw them underneath the camera. Okay, so we are all set up and ready to start putting this thing together. I'm excited. I'm terribly nervous and excited. This is a t-shirt table runner. So you guys know t-shirt. If you've worked with t-shirts before, you know they're very unforgiving. They're just not very forgiving. So you really gotta be careful and not make any mistakes. And you guys know me, as is indicated by the name of this channel. I am not an expert, and so I make a lot of mistakes. So I'm really nervous about this. So we're gonna go slow. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna move right along here. All right. So let me put this back away. We're gonna pull the machine back out again. Slide that down there. There we go. Pull the machine back out. I don't know about you guys, but every time I open this, I feel like there's angels singing to me. Oh. every time I open it, you can hear it in my head. I've got a little clamp light here that I put in the back of it. Turn the machine back on. Pull this over here. Patty says she's usually lurking. She doesn't, and so along she's not chatting. No problem, Patty. We appreciate you popping in to say hello, and we appreciate you lurking. Mona, good morning. Hi, hon. How are you? I hope you are well. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. But yeah, no, if you're lurking, that's no problem. We're happy with that. I wish everybody could at least say hi in chat so that I know you're there, because I can't see who's lurking and who's not, because I love saying hi to you guys. But after that, if you guys want to just keep lurking, you're totally welcome to do so. I'm just happy you're here along with me. I'm just happy you're here along with me and you're sharing the day with me. All right, so pull through method. You guys know in order to do a pull through method, we need to make sure that we have a space open to pull through. I'm thinking that we should probably do that on one of the long edges instead of on one of the short ones, because I feel like if I do it on a short one, it's just going to be too hard to try and pull through. So I'm going to go ahead and mark something up here, kind of towards the middle as best I can. I'm going to take my pins and I'm going to do like this. Like this. That will be my start and end. We're going to start there. Terry, I love that. Terry says when you open, when I open my show, she says the movie 2001 Space Odyssey plays in my head because of the little swirly thing, the little swirly doodad that I have going on. I love that. That's so great. I should come up with some type of sound file that opens, that plays when I do that. I thought there was one, but I could be wrong. Oh, I forgot. I need to change up my presser foot too. So let me move the machine up again real quick so I can put my presser foot away. We don't need this one anymore, so we'll put that one away. I just needed that one for the zigzag stitches. We're going to put my 1/4" foot back on, because I'm going to do a 1/4" seam all the way around. You could probably do a 1/2" seam for pull throughs if you want as well. I just use the 1/4 because I have a nice guided 1/4" foot that I use. So line that up. Machine over a little bit more. There we go. All right, so I'm going to start at my first pin, which is kind of 3/4 the way down. Line up my. Best I can. There we go. Put this up here. All right, I'm going to turn on my auto back and forth. And I'm just going to go all the way around all 3 sides. Put this up here so I can see you guys a little bit better. If I miss something while I'm sewing here, just tag me in it. Let me know it's there. Lucas is pretty good about that. Hey, Lucas, if you're still on, can you set up the automatic hi command to include good morning and morning? If not, I'll try and remember to do it later. I noticed that when people say good morning and hi, that it doesn't pop up with the welcome message, and I would like it to. So if you can fix that, great. If not, I'll do it later. Carrie says, my latest machine is so heavy, I need a lift like that. I know they have tables now that do that. Yes, they do. I actually was gifted a table from my grandma. When my grandma passed away, she had a sewing cabinet too. Hers was, it was like a spring-loaded. It wasn't electric. Hers was a spring-loaded. So you push the button and then you use the hand on the machine and you push down and it pulled back up. So there are a bunch of other ones out there that work. That particular cabinet, unfortunately, it was in a lot worse shape than I thought it was in, and it kind of just deteriorated on me. Unfortunately, I thought it was made of real wood, but unfortunately it wasn't. It was made of that fiberboard, and it just deteriorated on me. It was like it just crumbled apart. So it was really heartbreaking because I had looked forward to that cabinet for a really long time. But unfortunately, it kind of is what it is. So that's how I ended up with this one. All right, here we go. Our journey has officially started. We're doing a corduroy seam all the way around with enough space in there for a hand to pull out. And here we go. Good morning, Dawn. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. Patty says, going back to lurking, hugs and love to all. No problem, Patty. We appreciate you popping into chat to say hello. And like I said, we love having you here. I'm so glad you were able to pop in real quick just to say hello to us. And if you're interested, Patty, we'd love to see what you're working on. You can post a picture of it on our Facebook group. If you do !FB in chat, it'll give you a link. We'd love to see what you're working on. I love having that Facebook group to interact with you guys so that I can see what you guys are doing. It's my favorite time of the day. Recently, I know Martha has set up her own Facebook group, so you can find that through ours. I can get a link set up for that as well. Kathy has a Facebook group also, so if you're interested in that, as does Teresa. I love the Facebook group. I love being able to interact with you guys there. I mean, the YouTube community, the YouTube channel is great. The comments box is all great, but the Facebook group allows us to be able to share pictures with each other. And I feel like it's just a way better way to communicate with our community, a little bit more one-on-one. So I try and push that as much as I can because I love interacting with you guys over there. Kelly says, later today I'm going to sew the last 2 seams for stashing of the Sudoku quilt. Oh, that is so cool, Kathy. You know, when you mentioned it last week, I was like, Sudoku, I couldn't picture it in my head, but then you posted those pictures on our Facebook group, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally get it now, and it was so cool. I absolutely love it. Are you going to, embroider some numbers on there? That would be awesome if you did that. Take your embroidery machine and do, a couple of random numbers on the boxes. That would be so much fun. So much fun. Or if applique numbers would work too. If that's something you're going to do. I mean, I'm just throwing fun ideas out there. I think it's really cool the way you got it so far. Yes, Terry, me too. I enjoy looking at everybody's photos too. I really enjoy. It keeps me motivated and it keeps me inspired. Because, you guys are the experts. Like I say, I'm not the expert. The experts are the ones in chat. Those are the ones that are the experts, not me. And I think I mentioned it to you guys before. Mama Joyce was on the channel a couple weeks ago, and I'm trying to convince her to join in on the next PMQ, which I will be joining. I will be joining in the next PMQ. We were going to be doing it together on the channel. So if you're interested in joining it, do !CC, I think it is, in chat. It'll give you a link to the Cotton Cuts website. Sign up starts on December 1st, but make sure you go pick out your colorways now. I recommend picking at least 3, so then that way if one runs out, you know exactly which one you want to pick next. But I think I'm this close to getting Mama Joyce to sign up with us. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to do some type of collab or something. It'll be a lot of fun. She'll pick one colorway. I'll pick another. We'll get to see what they look like. So that'll be fun. I think I've got her convinced. But we'll have to wait and see how things go. All right. Spin that around. Right round, right round. Spin me around, right round. Lucas says, I'm back and on my computer. Great, Lucas. Thanks so much. Oh, Kelly says, nope, the colors are just representing the numbers. Okay, cool. Very cool. Greenland says, inquiring minds want to know, did you receive any mail yet? You know what you and I talked about. Yes, I did. Let's see if I can find it. What did I do with it? Hold, please. Yes, I did. What did I do with it? Hold, please. It must be in here. Oh, pay any attention to the mess behind the curtain. Oh, here it is. I did. I got that one that I just now showed you, and I got the other one that you were talking about. Yes, I did get it. That's why I said I need to reach out to you and get a chat with you, because I know you said yours hadn't come in yet. So we'll need to chat about that. Did you bring me a donut, Lucas? That's funny. Yes, Terry. See, she got it. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Yep, there you go. She got it. Terry says, wait, what is that? A big secret? Yes, there is a big secret. There is. No, Katie, I did not lose it. I found it. I found it. I think Mama Joyce is going to help me with the small one. Again, you and I, we need to chat. I think Mama Joyce is going to help me with the small one, and then you and I are going to work on something else. So, we'll talk. We'll talk. I don't want to give too much away. But yes, Terry, there is a surprise coming. It has to do with the green one quilter. But that is all I'm giving you. That's all the information I'm giving you. You're just going to have to wait. Exactly. Katie, can't tell you or I'd have to kill you. Yep, exactly. Yep. I like to keep things exciting. I like to build up the suspense. It's like so exciting. Stop teasing. Yes, it is. It is so much fun. Yes, there is something coming. I promise you guys, you will find out very, very soon. Within the next couple weeks. It's a lot of fun. Something new and exciting. That I'm still not 100% prepared for, but I will be soon. All right. Spinning around again. Spinning right round. I'm not impatient with surprises. Well, too bad, Terry. You're just going to have to wait. You're just going to have to wait. I promise it will be worth the wait. It's really exciting. All right. Moving right along. My fingers are sealed, she says. I love it. Streamlabs, we're inviting everybody to give a like and a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please go over and tickle that like button. Some people call it paying the toll, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't matter to me as long as you go do it for me. I'd appreciate it. It helps out with the channel tremendously. We've seen a lot of people come on the channel. You guys know we just celebrated our 500 subs not too long ago. And we're already at 500 over here. 535. 36 subs this morning, as of this morning when I checked. Might be more than that now. Who knows? You have any friends that like having fun? Like a little bit of gambling? A little bit of surprises? Make sure you send them our way. We love making new friends over here on this channel. I'm sure every channel does. Every channel likes to make new friends. You also may have noticed that I switched the music back to the original stuff. It's a little more loud and obnoxious now. I really liked that website that I was using, but the music was just too subdued. It was too mellow. I wanted something a little bit more rocker friendly, a little bit more boppity. So I switched it back. We are back to Pretzel Rock. I can't say, keep guessing. You guys are so funny. I love the stamp nights guessing. It'll be fine, I promise, and it's coming up in just a couple weeks. So what is everybody working on? I saw, Kelly's working on the Sudoku quilt, which is so cool. So cool. I saw somebody else was putting binding on a quilt. I thought I saw it. What is everybody else doing? You guys got all your Christmas stuff done? What do you do for Christmas? Katie says, cutting up a panel of little birds and would turn them into totes. They are so cute. Oh, Katie, I can't wait to see what that looks like. Make sure you post a picture of that on our Facebook group. I love seeing that kind of stuff. I'm sewing so slow today, guys. Just super, super, super slow. I should probably speed it up a little bit or I'm never going to get anything done today. There we go. Speed it up a little bit. Bye, June. Have a great day. Thanks so much for popping in to see us today. We're so glad you can spend time with us. Mona says, besides burning my finger several times, I'm sewing divans. What the hell? What are divans? What are divans? I'm not sure what that are. But I'm sorry to hear that you're burning your fingers, Mona. That's not cool. For those of you who have been following my channel, you know that a couple weeks ago we were honoring a little girl named Harper. She is Donna from Handmade by Ying, Donna's granddaughter. We are still honoring her. We still have the link set up there. If you're interested in donating, you can do exclamation point Harper Strong in chat. The link is still set up there if you're interested. I've been following her on Facebook, to her journey on Facebook, and she's doing much, much better. She's been, she still has a long road, a very, very long, rough road for a poor little girl like her, but she is doing much, much better. So that I'm so happy to hear that. In case any of you were interested. Patty, thanks so much for requesting an access to our Facebook group. We'll make sure to get that over to you. Either if Lucas doesn't get to it right away, then I will get to it after the stream. So thank you for that. Welcome to the group. We can't wait to see what you're going to share. Thank you, Terry, for throwing that link up there. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. I missed a bunch of stuff here. Kelly says, I also need to sew binding on my daughter's table runner. That will be this week sometime. Ooh, Kelly, make sure you send a picture of that. We'd love to see what that looks like. Terry says, I was tinkering with free motion quilting on my knee build Singer 201. I got it working beautifully. I put a small video up on my teeny tiny channel. LOL. Well, Terry, for those of you interested, Terry collects vintage sewing machines and she shows us videos of her using them on her channel. So if you're interested, make sure you go head over there. I think Lucas set up a link for you, Terry, if you do exclamation point so Terry or exclamation point Terry in chat. If not, I'm sure Lucas can get on top of that if he hasn't already. Katie says, so who wants to know what the legit kit I'm picking that Becca is gifting me? Ooh, Katie, I did not realize Becca was gifting you a legit kit. That's exciting. I can't wait to see what that looks like. Judy says, I loaded a backing on a long arm and I'm now ready for a nap. Judy, there's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get them on there, but I'm so glad that you're halfway there. John says, I have about 4 quilts to bind. I did manage to bind a potholder today. Hey, you know, take the win where you got it, girl. My potholders look homeless. They have seen better days. Aw, that's so funny. Terry says, no, Terry, that kind of creeps me out. LOL. I would bother me every time I saw it. Oh, the eye quilt? Yeah, I have to agree. The iris. Yeah, that one's a little creepy. Oh, she's going to choose the Ursula Major and Minor kit. Oh, that sounds like fun. Terry says Harper is doing better, but she is strong enough. They're putting her on a heart transplant list. God be kind. Yep, exactly. Yep, Terry. So she's getting there. Kelly tells Katie she's going to email her later. A giant eye. Yeah, no. Oh, that's so great, Katie. She says she's gifting it to you because you reached 100 subscribers. Yeah, I meant to tell you congratulations on that. So yeah, Katie Greenwood Quilter, she's reached 100 subs already. That's so exciting for you. Congratulations. You're doing the polar bear mom and cub. That, I mean, you know what? That's fitting for Greenland. That's really fitting. I think that's a great idea. Da-da-da-da-da. She said she's gonna make it for her husband. That's cool. I can't wait to see what that's gonna look like. I believe Katie also has her own Facebook group for her channel as well. I can get you guys connected up with that if you're interested. I think she also started her own. I kind of feel like I started a little bit of a trend, even though I didn't start it. It's like, all of my quilter community friends are starting their own Facebook groups. So I'm sure it wasn't just my influence. I'm sure it was other people's influence as well. But it's really great. I love having that community there to interact with you guys on. So make sure you post pictures there. I'd love to see them. You never know what happens over there. Sometimes I'll post some random stuff. Show you guys what I'm working on, what I'm doing. It's a lot of fun. We also have an Instagram as well. I'm not really up on my Instagram game. I need to be better about it. I'm not as great at it as some people are. But I do have an Instagram as well. I'm much better at Facebook because that's more my area of expertise. Ooh, QuiltCon is in Raleigh, North Carolina in February. Ooh, that's exciting. Yes, February is just around the corner. I don't know that I'm going to be able to make that, but that sounds like fun. Spin me right round, baby. We are on... we are back to the original side, so we're just almost done with getting this all the way around. And then we'll clip those corners and pull it through and then start our quilting journey. I think I'm just going to quilt right in between the blocks. I'm not going to do anything super fancy. I might do something around the edges, maybe a fun pattern or something around the edges, but yeah, I might do that. I might see if I can find some ivy or irises or something for around the edges. So I do have all these fancy stitches on my machine. I should really use them more often than I do. Oh, Katie's going. Very cool. Kelly says she's gonna head out now. She says hello to. She says goodbye, everyone. Thanks, Kelly, so much for hanging in with us, hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Just a reminder, there is no stream next weekend, so we'll be back for the first week in December. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Judy says, well, I'm going to go take a nap now. Darn dogs got me up early. No problem. We understand. We appreciate you hanging out with us, Judy. Thanks so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love seeing you guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. Otherwise, just have a great third week in November. Lucas reminding everybody to tickle that like button. Thank you, Lucas. I'm definitely liking this music better. It's much more rocker, much more punk rock. Making me happy. It's making me bounce in my chair a lot more, so I'm sure it's helping you guys out. Family on any machine is a celebration. Absolutely. FMQ, darn spell check. That's alright. The other one was correct as well. Hi Cheryl, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us again today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I somehow understood that, she said. Dawn's lurking. Like using the command. It's cute. Alright, so we have done it all the way around. So let me grab my scissors so we can trim these edges up a little bit. As Mama Joyce likes to call them, the big honking ones, because they're really heavy. Hi Linda, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. Happy Sunday morning to you. So we're going to trim up these edges real quick. This one's got a little bit of extra here, so I'm just going to spin around here. Spin right round, right round. And trim these up here. Get Get rid of a little bit of this extra bulk. I also want to snip these corners. I'm going to go ahead and snip those. Grab my cup here so they don't get stuff everywhere. Just trimming this up. I had cut the backing about a ½ inch bigger than what I actually needed because I wanted it to kind of overlap a little bit. So then that way I could come back later and trim it up. So that's what I am doing right now. I'm clipping my corners because I am going to be pulling this through. Clipping my corners and trimming up my edging, my edges here, so that they're not too bulky when we flip this over. Once we pull it through, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Hang on, guys. I have a sinking feeling that I did this wrong. Oh my gosh, I totally did. Put the backing on upside down. Yay! I get to pull this all apart now. Welcome to my world, guys. This is what happens. I just looked at it and I went, wait a minute, why is the right side facing up? Because when I pull this through, the wrong side is going to be facing through. So I have to pull this all apart and sew it all back up together. And I've already trimmed up the corners too, so that's going to be a little tricky. Oh well, it is what it is. I guess we're going to be here a while. I can't believe I did that. That is so annoying. Alright, let me find the opening here. That's going to make things a little bit easier for me to pull it apart. I can't believe I did this. Again. Well, not again. I'm not really surprised because I do stuff like this all the time. I do silly stuff like this all the time. And I even pinned it all up this morning thinking, yeah, I'm going to do it now so then that way I do it correctly. Oh well. It happens. Why I never claim to be an expert, guys. That's what is exactly the name of this channel. I end up having to pull it all apart. So how many of you have had to do this before? Pull the entire thing all the way apart because you put it on backwards. And I just got finished telling you guys that these t-shirt quilts are not forgiving. The t-shirt is not forgiving fabric, so you have to be really careful with it. So here you go, guys. Learn from my mistakes. So annoying. Oh. The co-host of the show. That's right, Lucas. That is right. The co-host of the show has come out, Jack. The divorce lawyer has come out. Co-host. For some reason, he is not working very well. Patty says so many times. So many times. Well, thank you, Patty. That makes me feel a little bit better. So frustrating. This is not even ripping the way I want it to. I have a feeling that my sim ripper is dull. Probably need to pull out a new one. Because I use it so much that it dulls pretty quickly. But it is what it is. So, while we're sitting here and you guys get to watch me pull this whole thing apart because I can't do anything else until it's pulled apart, how was your weekend? What have you guys been up to? Oh, well. Terry says, my keyboard needs charging, BRB. Terry says, oh no, what'd you do wrong? I put the backing on upside down. Yeah, I sewed it wrong. It is what it is. When Katie did an interview on her channel, she said, she asked me, one of the things she asked me was, what was the advice that I would give to somebody? And I said, embrace your mistakes. You know what? They're all part of the journey. I make a lot of mistakes on my channel, a lot. So we embrace them. We just embrace them. Michelle says, found your channel and subscribed. Thank you, Michelle, for doing that. I appreciate that. You want lots of content creator friends on the channel here. Lucas was throwing up that link there for you guys. Those are all of our creators. Those are the links to all of our creators. You just use their command there and you can get a link to their channel if you're interested in following any of them. I also try to keep them, if you go back to, after the stream of course, if you go back to the main channel, the main page of our channel, and you go down all the way down to the bottom, there's one that says Danny's Friends, Danny's Quilter Friends, or Danny's Friends. And I try to include links to all of them down there, so then that way they're kind of all one place for you, so you don't have to do all the commands at once. You can just go down there and click through them all. And it'll also tell you which ones you're already subscribed to. So I do try to add them down there as well. Terry says, have the sharpest divorce lawyer you can get. Yeah, mine is like duller than, it's really dull. It's not sharp cutting, so I'm going to pull out a new one. You guys know that I actually keep 20 of these in my inventory as part of my Notions giveaways. In fact, I actually have to order more because I think I don't have any more. Yep, this is my last one. So, let me pull this one open. So yeah, so I always have some in my stash here. That is right, Katie. Making mistakes is how we learn, and Lord knows I learn a lot. Absolutely, I learn a lot. So, put this box back. This is our Notions box. For those of you interested in redeeming your thimbles, that's where they come from. They come from that box. Unfortunately, I do not have any more seam rippers right now, so I won't be giving any of those away. But there's a bunch of other stuff in there. Let's see if I can get this to work a little bit better. See if this one is a little bit sharper. The t-shirt is really what the part that makes it so difficult, because the t-shirt is so soft that it's hard to get it under there. It just doesn't want to hook up. So I just keep cutting through a little bit at a time. It's going to take me a while. Usually, you know, with these big ones, usually you could just kind of like slide it right through. But this one, it's not sliding. It is just not sliding, so that's alright. Terry says, we have entered the kitchen and lunch will commence shortly. LOL. What's for lunch, Terry? You guys are just going to be sitting here watching me pull apart seams. I can't believe I did this. I still can't believe I did this. It's so annoying. For those of you just joining the stream, if you are interested and you are able, one of our own, Kathy from Kathy's Quilts and Crafts, is trying to regain her mobility by walking again, and she needs a little bit of financial help from friends and family to get her prosthetic. So I have set up a link on our channel right here. If you do !help Kathy in chat, it'll give you a link to her GoFundMe page. Please consider donating if you are able. We'll continue to help with various charities and people who are in need in our community throughout the giving season. So check back every week, every live stream to see who we're supporting that week. Sometimes we might be supporting the same one as the week before. Sometimes it might be somebody new. But today it is Kathy. We also still have our Harper Strong link set up as well. So if you are still interested in donating to Harper's cause, you can do !Harper Strong in chat as well. Katie says, threw out my old clover seam ripper yesterday and got out a new one. What a difference. Well, I am, unfortunately, I mean, this one is working a little bit better, but not a whole lot. I think it's just because it's the TshirtQuilt, and that's why it's just not really grabbing it very well. It is doing a little bit better, but I wish it was a little bit, going a little bit faster, but that's all right. Greenland Quilter Katie says, do you know that I am 5 viewing hours away from monetization? Oh my goodness, Katie. Well, friends, if you are able, please go over and give Katie a sub and go watch one of her videos while you're sewing along today or while you're cooking or whatever. Get her a few more viewing hours so she can get monetized. That's really exciting. Congratulations. Excuse me. So annoying. So annoying. It is what it is. I'm loving today's music. It's like hard rocker music. It's like punk rock music. It's awesome today. I'm just jamming to it in my head. There you go. Terry says, I have your video running in the background. Woohoo, I hope that helps. Every little bit helps, Terry. Every little bit. Whether you watch for 5 minutes or 5 hours, it all helps. Hi, Marie. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us today. I don't think I've seen your name in chat before, so welcome to the channel. So great to meet new friends. Excuse me. I hope you are well. We had to pull out the divorce lawyer because my silly me, I sewed up this quilt top, or this table runner. I sewed the backing inside out. So, so now I get to pull it all apart. Yay. Because that is basically what we do here on this channel. In fact, Jack comes out on the channel so much, we have officially named him the co-host of the show. He is officially the co-host of this here show. YouTube adulting, get used to it. Running a channel is definitely not for everyone. a lot of work. You have to want it, that's for sure. But I enjoy it. For me, it's worth it. But I'm not doing it for money. I'm not doing it to make any money. I'm doing it for the friends. We've talked about this plenty of times on the channel before. I'm not doing it for money. I'm not doing it for fame or fortune. I am doing it to make new friends. So I probably don't put as much effort into my channel as some of the other YouTubers and content creators do. Just because that's not my goal. Marie John says, I don't have a channel. That's okay, Marie. You don't need to have a channel. You don't need to have a channel to be here. The only thing you need to have in order to be here is a need or a want to hang out with us and have a little bit of fun. Even if you don't know anything about sewing or quilting, that's okay. We're here to help. We're here to teach. Learn from my mistakes. Katie says, I want to grow. Well, there's still nothing wrong with that, Katie. Nothing at all. I'm letting my channel grow naturally. If it grows, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. I've already made some amazing friends on this channel, and I've been able to keep those friends and, you know, chat with them and do some fun things with them. So I'm achieving my goal. Does anybody else use music to jam into it today? It's all bouncy today. Like it. Brat46 is back. She says, I don't have a channel as I hate being in front of a camera. No, I understand that. Yeah, some people, it's just not their thing. It is not their thing. And you know what? It wasn't really my thing either when I first started. It really wasn't my thing. I had to get over a lot of stage fright anxiety over it. But eventually I got to a point where I'm like, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's fine. You get used to it. Look at Mama Joyce. Look how much more comfortable she is. And she's only been on the channel for 3 or 4 times now. I think 3 or 4 times now. First time she was so nervous. Oh my gosh. So nervous. Because she's like me. She doesn't like being in front of a camera. But we figured it out. She got through it. And now it's, you know, she's regular on the channel now. Yes. Absolutely, Katie. I've met some wonderful folks. Absolutely. If you're not already a subscriber to Katie's channel, I think if you do !Katie in chat, it'll give you a link to her channel. She said 5 viewing hours away from being monetized. So if you want to just go over and click on one of her videos and just let it play in the background, you can mute it, but still watch it in the background. Give her a couple of an hour or 2 of viewing time. That'll get her up. We'll get you there by the end of the day, Katie. Figure 10 people, half an hour viewing. Should be no problem. I try to do everything I can to support all of my content creator friends. Whether that be throwing links up, over here, whether that be throwing links up on the channel, or promoting them, or sponsoring them, or doing whatever I can to help them all out. That's how I give back. That's how I try to give back to the quilting community, because Lord knows I'm not an expert, so I can't give expert advice. That's not going to work, as is evident by the fact I have to pull out crack again. So that's how I do it. That's how I contribute to the community. Jack lays beside my machine. Yep, he's got his own little basket up here that he usually hangs out in. But yeah, he comes out at least once a show here on this channel, and so that's why he is officially was officially named the co-host of the channel a few months back. Katie, did you get your window fixed? Katie had a trampoline come through her window in a windstorm a few weeks back. She showed pictures of it on her Facebook group. It was scary. Were you able to get that all fixed up? Gladys, how's your recovery? Gladys had glaucoma surgery a couple weeks ago. Gladys, if you're still here, we'd love to know how your recovery's going. Thinking about you. Like I said at the beginning of the show, if you guys have a favorite charity or event or family member or friend that is needs a little bit of extra assistance this giving season, send me an email and let me know about it. And maybe depending on what it is, we might be able to try and help you out with promoting it on the channel like this one here. I wish I had enough money to give to everyone in need, but unfortunately I don't. So this is my way of being able to do that, being able to give back, is just by bringing awareness to the situation. She says, no, the window is not fixed. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm truly sorry to hear that. Gladys says, I'm doing good with the eye. Good, Gladys. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear you're doing better. Are you able to start sewing yet, or are you still on the mend? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that surgery. I don't know how long the recovery is. I know cataract surgery is a pretty quick recovery, so. Anybody else headbanging? It's pretty good music today. Like a glass everywhere. Yeah, I bet. Oh, scary. That had to be so scary. But your hubby is home now to help you, wasn't he? You know, I don't think he was home when it happened, right? And he's home now? Didn't you say he was coming home this week or something? Ooh, look at that. I was finally able to get it to, like, move. Yes. Must have got the right angle on it. Oh, that was short-lived. Just because I said something. It's all because I said something. I'm sorry. It is what it is. We'll get through it. A little bit at a time. Just keep plucking. I still can't believe I did that. Well, I shouldn't say that I can't believe it, because I totally can't believe it. Because, you know, this is what happens on my channel. I'm always making silly mistakes. Lucas, can you text Tony back and tell her Meyer? Tell her mom said Meyer. Pharmacy card? I do not, but Kevin might. Oh, yes. Yes, I do. I think I know it. The prescription card. Yes, I do. It's in my purse. Tell her it's in my purse behind. It's in my wallet behind my driver's license. I thought she had one. I thought she had her own. Oh, well, I made an appointment, so I didn't just do walk-in, so. Since Tony is home, she's taking care of, you know, her medical needs. She needs her booster shots and things like that, so that's what she's taking care of. That's what all the questions are, so sorry about that. Marie says, just popped in to say hello. Going to go pick up go put groceries away. Have a good day. No problem, Marie. We appreciate you stopping in today. Thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. There is no live stream next week because of the holiday. We're going to be doing a little bit of holiday traveling, taking one of our kids back to school. So there's no live stream next week, but we'll be back at the first weekend in December. We've got a lot of fun things going on in December that I can't quite tell you about just yet, but I will be able to tell you about them in the week or two to come here. So keep an eye on the channel, keep an eye on the Facebook group. We will let you know what's going on. Lots of fun stuff happening. If I ever get this table runner back apart. So what's going to have to happen here, guys, is in order to get this table runner done by Christmas, which I was really hoping to get it done today, but if I hadn't screwed this up, I would have gotten it done by now. I'm going to have to finish this one off camera, I think, and I'll just have to post pictures of it when it's done, because I really want to get it done in time to get it mailed down to the owner of it. They live in Texas, and I want to make sure that they have it in time for their Christmas, to have it for their holiday dinners. So I will have to finish it off camera for you guys to see it. We're not done with the channel just yet, but I have a feeling we're not going to get it done today. This is so annoying. I want it grab. Will not grab. Teresa Lynch says, "Hey Danny, I'm sorry I'm late, lost track of time." Teresa, never apologize for being late. We do not. It's not a problem for me at all. It does not bother me at all. I just appreciate you being here. Whether that's for 5 minutes, whether that's for 10 minutes, whether that's for 2 hours, it does not matter to me. There's never a need to apologize for being late. Things in life are way, way, way more important than visiting my channel. So there's absolutely no need to ever apologize to me for being late. My channel should be way down on the priority list. But I appreciate you being here, saying hello, popping in, hanging out with us for a little while. If it's for 1 minute or for the next hour, it doesn't matter. We're on for the next 30 minutes or so. Katie's telling everybody in chat about her broken window debacle. I heard about most of the story on her Facebook group, so that's the only reason I'm not really bringing it up in the chat here. She's telling everybody about it there. We're really sorry to hear about it. Glad to hear things are slowly moving forward in the right direction for her. She doesn't have things quite fixed up yet, but she's getting there. Terry says, "We love being here, Danny." Oh, well, thank you. I love it that you guys are here, too. I always have that fear. Ever since day one of this channel, I've always had that fear that I'm going to like turn it on and start talking and no one's ever going to show up. It's just going to be me. The good news is I have been grateful enough that has never happened, ever, in the history of the channel. There's always been at least one viewer, which is great. It's usually Lucas. There was a couple times where it was just Lucas, but that's all right. And again, I will be joining the next Cotton Cuts project, the Tree of Life or Giving Tree. I can't remember what it's called now. I will be joining that one, and I'm this close to convincing Mama Joyce to join. So she'll probably be joining in on it with me. We're going to have a great time with that. That sign up for that one starts December 1st. If you're interested, head over to that Cotton Cuts website right now. Pick out your colorways. Get them all, think about which ones you want. You can't, officially pick them out yet until December 1st. But know which ones you want when you get in there, because they do sell out very, very quickly. So, number them. I usually have 3 options that I choose from. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to be doing those live here on the channel. We're going to dedicate 1 stream a month to those. So if you guys want to sew along with us, you can absolutely do so. We can't wait to get in on that. Which colorway am I leaning towards? Mama Joyce has picked out my colorways for me. She has picked out 2 right now, but I want her to look at them one more time before sign up, just to make sure that they're the ones that she wants me to pick out. So I'm not saying just yet, because I don't want to influence anyone's decision. I want you guys to pick the one that you think is the best, and we're going to go from there. So I don't usually tell people what my colorways are, because I don't want to influence anybody's decisions. I want you to pick out the ones that you like the best, because they're all the same pattern, so we're all going to be doing the same one, but it's going to look different with different colors. And that actually makes it more fun, because then when we post pictures on our Facebook group, everybody kind of is doing something a little bit different, and it really makes it a lot of fun. Mama Joyce and I will be doing different colors for sure. I just don't know what yet. It's going to be fun. And I am not an ambassador for Cut and Cuts, so I will not have a promo code for free gifts. I'm not even sure if they're doing that anymore. I know they were doing it for the previous ones. But if any of my other content creator friends are ambassadors and do have promo codes available for the Cut and Cuts, send me an email and let me know, and I will make sure to post them on our Facebook group when sign up happens. So then that way, hopefully, you get a couple more. In the past, I have used Becca's, because she was the only ambassador that I knew. But I know that there are a lot more in our community now than there used to be. So if you have one, or you will have one, let me know what it is. And Katie says, but if you mentioned Danny in the question, it asked about who told you about Cotton Cuts. In that form, then you fill out when you're signing up for Cotton Cuts PMQ. So yeah, you could do that as well. I don't have an official code, but you can name my channel if you sign up. And then that lets them know that we're promoting it here on our channel, and then maybe I could become an ambassador another time. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe I should try the beard trimmer, see Ripping. You know, I've thought about that too, but I think that my stitches are a little too tight for this, so I'm just gonna sit here and see more. But it's really gonna take me a while, because it's not catching, because the fabric is so like soft. That t-shirt fabric it's a worn-in t-shirt, so it's just catching the t-shirt, and I don't want to rip the t-shirt, so just take my time. I know, this is boring for you guys. Sorry about this. We're not going to be able to see a whole lot, but you guys can see what the t-shirts look like, you know. Kim always wants to know who's promoting the PMQs. Well, I do promote them. I unfortunately have not been able to participate in the last 2 for financial reasons. I wasn't able to, but I'm excited to get back into it and participate in the next one. So I'm always promoting Cotton Cuts. I have a permanent Cotton Cuts link on all of my videos. If you guys look at the description, go down to the bottom, all of my videos have a Cotton Cuts link. I'm a huge supporter. Huge. So if you guys are thinking about it, I'm just letting you know that I am joining it this year. So if it's, you know, if you guys are worried about, you know, not getting any help or support, or you're worried about, you know, losing your place or not being able to do it, I just want you to know that I am here to help. I will be here to help. I'll be here to make them along with you. We're going to do them live on the channel. Usually I used to do them as videos, and so I can understand how the videos may or may not have been helpful. But this time I'm actually going to be doing them live on the channel. The videos did make it easier for me to be able to give you like nice close-up shots of what I was doing. And unfortunately I can't do that on the live streams here, but I am looking into or considering upgrading some of my equipment next year. And part of that would be including a second camera that would be probably mounted somewhere over here. That would be a more of a close-up shot of what I'm doing. So that is definitely something I'm thinking about doing. Terry says, Danny, I would have just taken the rotor cutter and cut the whole seam right off. Yeah, you probably could have. The problem is, I mean, I probably could have done that, but these blocks are already pretty small. These are only 10-inch by 10-inch blocks. So to do that, I'd have to cut off another 1/2 inch all the way around, and it just wasn't. I'll do it this way. But I understand what you're saying, and if this was a 13 by 13 block, then yeah, absolutely, I would have just done that. But them being 10 by 10 blocks, they're already pretty small. So I'm just going to sit here and seam rip. Surprisingly enough, I'm actually pretty patient with this stuff. I'm not too bad. I'm about halfway done now. But it's boring for you guys to sit here and watch me do this. I know, I'm sorry. But it just goes to show you that even when I make mistakes, I still show you what I'm doing. It is what it is. Terry wants to know, am I doing the small one? I'm sticking to the small, I think, but I have been known to change my mind. I usually do the large ones. I usually do the last 3 of them that I've done the large ones, not the small, and I will probably stick with a large one. The good news is that even if you're doing the small ones, a lot of the clues are the same, because the difference between the small and the large is just an extra row of design. So if you look at the smalls, if you're on Cotton Cuts Facebook group and you look at people that are posting pictures of the smalls and the larges, you'll see that it's really just an extra row of design work is really what comes down to. The actual interior design of the quilts are both the same. So I usually do the large one because then that way I can use it as a large quilt. I don't know which one Mama Joyce is going to pick, if she's going to pick a small or a large. I don't know yet. We haven't had that conversation. I need to have that conversation with her. I'm going to probably talk to her about it at Thanksgiving. Because I know that my aunt had said that she was thinking about doing one too. She had said that to me a couple years ago now. So I'm not sure if she will join this one or not, but I wanted to chat with her about it as well. See if she wants to join in. But I will probably be doing the large one. But Mama Joyce might be doing the small one. I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to her about it. But even if you're going to do the small one instead of the large one like me, you will still be able to follow along with probably 90% of the directions. There just might be some extra pieces that I make in my clues that you guys don't. Like, usually the large clues is 2 different pieces or 2 different sections, whereas the small one is usually just one of the 2 sections. That's usually the difference. Yes, you can absolutely make a small or a large bigger using extra fabric for borders and stuff. And Cotton Cuts, actually, the last couple of them, and I don't know if they're going to do it again this time, we'll have to wait and see, but they've had real good success with it. They offer a kit, an additional kit for these that will turn the quilts into whatever size you're looking for. So like, I think the last quilt that I did for them was I want to say it was an 84 by 84, but I could be wrong. It might have been a 56. But they offered an additional border kit that would put more borders on it to make it even wider, to make it into a queen or king or full size quilt for you, which was kind of neat. Just pulling these seams apart, geez. You know, this is what happens when you don't pay enough attention. Welcome to the channel. One day. Maybe one day. I had it going there for a minute, but I lost the angle and now it's not working again. I'm just trying to be really careful not to... This is a t-shirt quilt, so the fabric is a little bit unforgiving. So I'm trying really hard not to rip the fabric. My dimensions are pretty tight on this one. So I really have to be careful. Because some of the designs are actually pretty big. So be careful. Patty says, gotta go now, rearranging the living room. Oh, that does not sound like fun, Patty, but I hope it looks better when you're done. Sorry, guys. Super boring stream this afternoon, or the second half of the stream here, because I managed to mess this up, and now I have to pull it all apart. Sorry, we'll get through it. I'll pull the rest of it out, sew it back together, and then post pictures of it on our Facebook group. Like I said, I'm gonna have to finish this one off camera, because I want to make sure it's done in time for the holidays. I was really hoping to finish it up today, but and we would have if I hadn't made this mess up here. So it is what it is. I did have it for a minute there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Got like a half an inch. Sometimes it works. I'm just being extra careful with it. I mean, some people are like, yeah, just rip it out. And if I had a little bit more wiggle room on this one, I probably would be a little less careful than I am and just kind of, you know, torn right through it. But I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room on this particular one. And I knew that going in. That's why I thought I had set this up all correctly, and I didn't. So annoying. Alright, though. We'll get over it. There says, it's fine. It's all fine. Well, that's good. I'm glad you guys are hanging out with me today. Glad you guys are patient with me. We're always learning new things. And like I said, learn from my mistakes so you guys can learn what not to do. Not so good at teaching you what to do. I'm much better at teaching you what not to do. I'll tell you what worked for me and what didn't work. That's alright, though. Lots of stuff to do here. There we go. See if I can get that in there. One of the other recommendations that I had when I was interviewed by Katie on her channel, she asked me 10 things that I would, 10 tips that I have for a new quilter. And one of my first tips was to keep your instruments sharp. This one in particular. Keep these sharp. Keep your needles sharp, keep your rotary blade sharp, and keep your your seam ripper, sure. And you guys can see earlier I actually switched mine out because mine was starting to dull. It was not cutting nearly as well as I wanted it to, which this one is not doing that great of a job either, but it's okay. Melina's over there playing the slot machines, getting pressing her luck with the slot machines. Just a reminder, if you wanted to redeem your notions for the month of November, now is the time to do that today on this stream, because we are not having a stream tomorrow or next week. There will be no stream next week, so you'll have to wait till December to redeem your notions again. Or, I'm sorry, not redeem your notions. Redeem your thimbles for prizes. If you are interested. You can do exclamation point prizes in chat. It'll give you a list of the different prizes that you can redeem them for. And for those of you who had redemptions in October and I missed them, I apologize. They will be going out this week. It's one of the things I have to prep tonight. Terry says, and keep your mind sharp. Mine is as sharp as a crayon. Mine's one of those broken in half ones, you know, with the wrapper still around it. That's one of mine. Naomi says, baking banana bread. Danny, sorry, not sorry. I know you're not a fan. No, I'm not a fan of bananas. I'm surprised you remembered that. No, not a fan of bananas. But I'm glad that you are a fan, and I'm sure that whoever you are baking it for is also a fan as well. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm just really glad we're not in the same room. This is the one time, Naomi, that I'm really glad you're not in here with me. No, not a fan of bananas. Not a fan. I can't believe you remembered that. That's funny. I had it go in there for a second. There we go. It's like I get one cut, pull it like 2-3 threads, and then I get another cut. Yes, Terry, you and me both. Banana allergy. Terry, Kathy says, gotta run, Danny, and everyone, thank you so much for everything, Danny. Have a great week, all. Kathy, no problem, friends. Just a reminder that Kathy is the one that we were talking about with this link. So that's Kathy from Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. She's so much fun. We have so much fun on her channel. It's like a quilting retreat every time you go, so it's really cool. Make sure you check her out. If you do exclamation point Kathy in chat, you'll get a link to her channel. If you do exclamation point help Kathy in chat, you'll get a link to her GoFundMe page. Hopefully we can come together and make that work for her. If you're unable to donate, we completely understand, but if you could share the link for her page, that were for her donation, for her promotion. I'm not sure what the correct word is, but if you could share the channel, share the link, that would be great too, on all of your social media platforms. Brad says, Brad46 says, I have an egg intolerance, so I use bananas as a binder. My aunt is actually allergic to eggs. I have an aunt that's allergic to eggs, so I can understand that. I never thought to use the bananas as a binding agent, though. That's not a bad idea. Poor Terry, she's just allergic to everything. We are about 2/3 of the way done of pulling this stupid thing out so I can put it back together again. You know, you just got to be patient with yourself. You're going to make mistakes. That's just how it is. Whether you're a brand new quilter or a seasoned quilter, that's why they invented one of these. Is because everyone is going to make mistakes. There's no sense in getting all angry and upset and frustrated about it. Just accept it, move on, fix it, and move on. Sometimes the mistakes don't even need to be fixed. Just embrace them as part of the uniqueness of the project. But in this particular case, I kind of have to take it apart because it's completely backwards. so there's that. I'm liking this music much better than I have the last couple of streams. Just pulling the threads apart. So much fun. I'm so excited. I thought we were going to get this done today. That's what I get for trying to set myself up with a goal. Brett says, and sometimes you say, oh, to hell with it. Not wrong. Not wrong. I can understand that. I've been there. I have had to put projects away. I actually have a video, and I don't remember which video it is on the channel. But I was working on, I think it was a Cotton Cuts project. Or it might have been one of the Block of the Month projects. One of the block party videos that I haven't done in forever. But it took me like 4 tries to get it to go together right. And I think at one point I was like, I'm just so frustrated. I had to like put it away and come back to it another day. I was just so angry with it. And I knew that was just silly to be angry with it because I was actually angry with myself because I kept making mistakes. But yeah, it was one of those videos. Thank you, Terry. For sharing that link, for popping that link up there. If you guys are unable to donate, I completely understand. But if you are able to help us by sharing that link with your friends and family who may be able to help donate, we would be ever so grateful. You got a social media platform: Facebook, Instagram. Not called Twitter anymore; it's called X, I think. So, any of those? Let's help get the word out. We may not be able to help her financially with to achieve her goal, but the least we can do is support her by sharing her link. I had shared the link once on our Facebook group already, so I probably won't share it again because I don't like to spam you guys with that stuff. I don't want you to think that that's what our channel is about, but I do want to support her, so that's why I threw it up there. Lucas says, Danny, your chat has turned into talk about bananas. I know! That's why I'm trying to ignore them. Because I can just smell them. They're like, it's like in my brain right now. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's okay. Just filling up the chat with bananas. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's funny. I have nothing against other people who like bananas. They're just not my thing. Definitely not my thing. They do not like me, and I do not like them. A couple weeks ago, or gosh, it was a while ago now, Tony came home for a weekend and we took them out for breakfast. We went out to breakfast with them and Tony ordered some type of banana breakfast, I don't remember what it was now. Bananas Foster pancakes or some kind of, and so she sat across from me the entire breakfast eating bananas. I'm like, I'm gonna be sick. I swear to God. The good news is, for whatever reason, I couldn't smell them. I don't know if it started my cold or whatever. But that was the good news, is that I really couldn't smell them, so it wasn't so bad. But she does that to me. Both my girls do that to me on purpose, I think. I think they enjoy watching their mother suffer. Must be payback for something. Must be payback for something. I'm on my second to the last. Well, I still have quite a bit to go. So I've got this here, all this here, all this here, all the way down to here to do left. So definitely not going to finish this on the channel. Definitely gonna have to be something that I finish after the stream is done, but that's alright. It is what it is. Lucas says he used to eat banana smoothies all the time. Now talking about all these bananas is making him want one. Well, you can go find one, dude. There should be a smoothie king around here somewhere. It's a subliminal mind channel. There you go. Too funny. It's hidden messages. You want bananas? Will never work on me. Hypnosis, doesn't matter. Won't work. None of that's gonna work on me. You have such patience. I do have patience for some things. Yeah. Like I said, Terry, if these were bigger blocks, I would have probably just trimmed them off. Or I wouldn't be so worried about ripping the fabric. But because the blocks are so small already, and the designs on them are pretty significant in size, I'm trying to capitalize on as much fabric as I have. I have the ability to work with, so that's why I'm being extra careful. I wouldn't normally. I wouldn't normally be this patient. And I'm trying not to focus on the fact that this is all my fault and because I was silly and I did something stupid. So I'm just trying to focus on, the task at hand. The task is ripping out stitches. It doesn't matter why. We're not going to focus on the why. We're going to focus on the what. Ooh, coffee, Lucas. That does sound so good right now. I could totally go for a big old cup of coffee. For those of you who don't know, I used to be a daily coffee drinker. I would drink coffee every day of the week. And then I quit cold turkey. Like 2-3 years ago, I quit completely cold turkey and just stopped drinking coffee. Horrible caffeine headaches for months. But I got through it. And so now I'm more of a, when I feel like it, kind of coffee drinker. I don't drink coffee a lot anymore. But I have, the last, I don't know, like 2 weeks, I want to say, I've just had these horrible cravings for a good old cup of coffee. And I prefer hot coffee. I don't like cold coffee. So these iced coffees, and I'm not a person that I much prefer the hot coffees. But yeah, nice hot coffee sounds really good right now. Oh great, everybody's ganging up on me about the coffee now. Oh, Terry, I see your message. Terry says, so many times I've been in chat and someone mentions a food I like and I have to have it. Coffee. Say coffee enough times. So now everybody's popping in and saying coffee. You are such an instigator, Terry. She's a troublemaker, that Terry. Yes, physical withdrawal symptoms, yep. Lucas wants to know, why did I quit coffee? The caffeine. The caffeine was not good for me. The caffeine headaches when I wouldn't drink coffee were just too much. So yeah, I didn't like having the dependency on coffee like that. So I quit. Now he says, oh, poop, just messed up on something. I'll be taking Jack out too. Well, you and I, we can hang out together. So we're going to be here. I'm going to be here a little while longer. Jerry says, and don't say, should I say it? Should I say it out loud? She says it in chat. She might get mad at me if I say it out loud. Just don't, LOL. She says, I promise I won't. I'll try not to. I won't say it out loud. Although I am making that for dinner later in the week. Katie says, I do not drink coffee. Me and my Heartlight are the only one on our sides of the family that don't drink coffee. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people prefer tea over coffee. Well, guys, I showed you how much I've got left to do. I've still got quite a bit here. I've got from here all the way to here left to do. So I'm going to do that off camera. You've already sat here and witnessed enough of me pulling out. You guys have already sat here with me enough watching me pull this out because I made a silly mistake. So I'm not going to make you sit here any longer. Plus, it is that time of the day anywhere where we usually end our stream at 12:30. So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'm really sorry we didn't get this project finished. I was really hoping that we would. I'm going to have to finish it off camera, and I will show you guys what the finished product looks like. So if you haven't already, make sure you head over to our Facebook group. Get set up there, exclamation point FB in chat. Go over there, hang out over there, because I will show you what it looks like over there. I'll probably try to post a picture on our community page here on YouTube as well. So make sure you check that out also. No streams next week, Saturday or Sunday, no streams. And then starting in December, we've got a lot of stuff going on in December. Keep an eye on the channel so you guys know what's going on. I've got a couple of hopefully really fun surprises. Hopefully they work out. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here, being patient with me, hanging out with me, watching me have to pull out all this red thread. I don't know if you guys can see, my shirt is just covered in red threads. It's going to be fun. All right, guys, I will see you again soon. Have a happy Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrate. Please be safe. Don't travel too far. Definitely don't drink and drive. And don't eat too much turkey either because it just makes you go to sleep. All right, guys. Have a great one. I'll see you all again really, really soon. Bye-bye for now.
Desde los sepulcros